So now that we've done that, got all the inking and the things cut out and all that fun stuff, I thought I'd show you how I'm going to put this together. I've got my sentiment just simply stamped in some VersaFine Onyx Black ink and then cut out. I just used my paper trimmer to kind of guide how I was cutting it out, but you could freehand it if you can cut straight lines. I cannot, so I use my paper trimmer quite a lot for that. So there's that, and that just keeps it simple. You don't have to have a die or a punch or something to use. This is the Lawn Fawn backdrop die in the this is the landscape, and it's the Hillside border, Hillside backdrop, yes. And so I've just used a blue ink, a distress ink, and then 2 shades of green along here. I think it was Twisted Citron and Mowed Lawn. That's my favourite combo of distress ink at the moment. And then just it's either Broken China I think I used around for the blue, but don't get hung up on the names of the colours or anything like that. You want a light blue and 2 greens. It's that easy. And then for this background I used the resist spray, and it creates this splatter effect. Just be sure to clean your nozzle before or after you've used it, because mine got a bit clogged and this weird wormy thing came out of it, so I had to clean that off before I could even use it. But I sprayed it onto the paper and then let it dry, and then I just inked over the top, so it just creates this cool background. And then you use a paper towel afterwards or a microfiber just to wipe off the ink that'll sit on top of the splatter. It's the same sort of thing if you used some embossing powder, and you could do a similar effect. You can just sprinkle some on and then heat set it. Although I don't quite know how you do that. You might need a stamp for that, but anyway. So that's the splatter. That's the background. And I have I coordinated my standard A2 size card, which is 5.5 by 4.5. Sorry, 8.5 by 5.5. Scored a 4.25, and I just coordinated it with my chick. Not a duck, it's a chick. Woohoo! And she's from Cricut cartridge, and she's cut at 2.75 or 2 3/4, depending which machine you're using. And I also used another Lawn Fawn die to create these little daisies. I've got the other pieces here, so when you cut it out, you'll also get there's 2 different size tulips, and then there's also like a little pot with the rim that you can add on there. And there's a slit in here so that you can actually slide these in here and create a little potted plant. It's very cute, but I'm not using that bit today. I'm just using the few of the flowers, and you would have seen in the colouring I just used some I think I used my Big Market markers, so just an alcohol marker, and I just kind of played around with it. In the end I went over this white one with a very, very pale C1 cool grey coping marker, just so that it had some shading on it, but it still shows up as a white flower, if that makes sense. So we're going to put this together. Real simples. Simples. You could also, I'm not going to raise much up, I think, with these cards that I've got going on here, just to keep it a little simpler. But you could easily put some foam adhesive on these, around the frame and that, and raise the whole backdrop up, if that makes sense. So I want it that way. I'm just going to do this kind of back to front, so I want it that way. This piece is cut slightly smaller, so it will fit just, she says, on the back here. and hopefully yeah, it should just fit, just slightly smaller. I cut it slightly smaller, that's what I'm trying to say. Ta-da! And I have this cool backdrop. Isn't that cool? I did also cut some clouds out, which is another Lawn Fawn die, and I went around the edges with the C1 marker again, just so it's got some shading. But I don't know if I want to use any of them. There's 3 sizes, I'll just show you quickly. There's 3 sizes that you get. I've cut it out twice, but there's 3 little sizes of clouds. So you could have some of the little ones there, and just depends what you're doing with your scene, you see. So I may use them, I may not. They may not make it. Right, I'm going to get this on the base card, and then we'll get the rest of it done. It's going to be very, very easy. So there's a lot of prep work that goes into something like, obviously when you're making them at home. I mean, I did, in all fairness, I've got 6 cards going, so that I've got 6 cards in my little Cricut series for you. Actually, there's 8 cards, but 2 of them are completely different to this, to these ones. But they are, once you prep, like if you're doing it at home for yourself, or you know, you're not doing it to make videos, then you know you can do all your backgrounds together, all your framed bits, you know, all your inking, do all that in one go. You know, have a sort of session of that. Do all this sort of splatter sort of technique for your sky bit. You know, and just do them in sections, if you like, or sort of like a conveyor belt kind of thing. And that way you'll get them done, you know, really quite quickly. So I think what I want, I can't remember how I wanted this, if I wanted a white one over here and the 2 little blue ones down here. See, I sort of planned this. This is what happens. And if I were you, I would always do it in odds. That's just how my brain works. I do odd numbers, so 1 over there and then 2 on this side. Decisions. Like I said, I sort of planned this, but not really. Not really. Let's do this. Let's have 1 down here. I could have 1 right up there. Oh, no, don't know. Oh no, let's do 1 there. Saying about odds, but right. We're doing it now. We're just going it. Right. No 3D either. Just sticking these flat, and you'll be amazed that even though you're sticking them all flat, you still get a 3-dimensional look. You'll still have that 3-dimensional thing going on. So, so yeah. So let's just double check what I want here. Get to my glue. And then I'm also going to show you another little trick to just jazz things up a bit. So it's all well having this really cool background, and then you've got your cute images, and these could be stamped images. It doesn't have to be a die cut image, so think of your stamped images that you could use for these sort of things. And so you could have all these cool things going on, but sometimes you probably, you know, you want maybe, you just want to take it another level. So I'm going to show you another little trick with that. So I'm going to put this one here, I think. It don't really matter. I forgot I did them stems different colours as well. Still green obviously, but get that out of the way. So this one's going to be slightly lower down. Again, you could put these put some foam on the back of them and then make them really 3D, but I want to show you that you can still get this lovely little scenery. You can get a 3D sort of look, but without tons of dimension. So this will go flat into an envelope when you post it, which is so cool. There you go. So they're all at different heights. And this is the high techie bit, right? You squash it. You can put a block on that if you need to wait for it to dry. Right, this guy I am going to 3D pop him up, whatever the word is I'm looking for. And then I want to work out where I'm going to put that. I might just put that down there. And then maybe we'll try and use some of these clouds. Just because I've got them, you know. A little cloud there. Maybe we'll do half a cloud. No, let's do. Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll do half a cloud there. And a little one there. I just want to kind of fill the space a little. Sorry about that, my camera died. So, memory stick got full. Card, whatever it's called. Right, back to the clouds. So I think I'm going to have a couple clouds. Can't talk. And I'm going to overlap them slightly over the border edge. And that's quite a cool thing to do. The frame edge, sorry. So I have one about there. And then we'll just trim that bit off. And then I'm just going to pop this one here. About there. Oh, I forgot they weren't attached. Sort of worked. Now I'm just going to pop these up, get these out of the way. Some dimensionals. Hopefully you will have this done. My camera won't wipe out again. I think it's because I'm trying to do 15 videos at the same time. That would make it do that. Alright, so let's just have a little chickaroo. A little chick. Cheep cheep. Cheepy cheepy. I don't know about there. And then the little sentiment that says sweet chick. I was going to have it down here. Did I have it up there? I like it down here. Just in the bottom corner. Sweet chick. Right, so we're going to use... Now we're going to bling things up a bit. So I've got some Nouveau glitter drops in White Blizzard. It's one of my favourites because it's like a clear glittery sort of thing. And I'm just going to add that to the centre of the flowers for a bit of sparkle. And then, oh, and then I'm going to add some crystal glaze, which is also a Nouveau product. It's just like a clear glaze. I'm going to add that to her beak. Just like that. That'll do, donkey, that'll do. So there you go. Shimmery, sparkly, shiny, sweet chick card. There you go, guys. Have a happy Easter. Stay safe, as always, at the moment. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.